you're launching a coin or a token unique for trade with Cuba.
Yes.
So it's a crypto coin.
CCU coin.
The CCU coin.
Yes.
So tell us about the CCU coin, Steve Marshall.
Well, the CCU coin is basically a cryptocurrency which is associated and will be linked to RevoluPay. RevoluPay is a remittance application which is available on Apple and Google Play from February next year. And the CCU coin essentially deals with the issue of the cross-border transfers that are required with remittance payments. And the cryptocurrency itself will be, as you've mentioned, will be associated with a token. And that token will be the transferable amount which crosses borders, if you like, and then it's changed back into local currency in Cuba, which is...
What problem does this solve?
Well, the problem that it solves, first of all, is a price issue. Right? Most of the remittance companies these days are bordering 20%. Using the blockchain system that we have with RevoluPay and also using a cryptocurrency for the transfer across borders, we can get that figure down between 6 and 8%. Now, that may not sound like a lot. I mean, 12% is quite a lot of money, but there's a massive difference where Cuba is concerned, for the very simple reason that Cuba receives $3.4 billion annually in remittances from around the world. So that unto itself represents an extra $340 million that will end up landing in Cuba, and landing in the hands, by the way, and this is the administration's focus here in the US, is that the Cuban people be empowered. That's what the government is looking for. That's exactly what Obama was looking for. You will recall that when he first made that first trip down to Cuba, he took with him the guys from Stripe, and the intention was to empower the Cuban entrepreneurs and allow those people to flourish and to create their own economy distant from the government. And sadly, this was in 2015, and sadly nothing has happened. RevoluPay will resolve that problem.
Okay, you mentioned Stripe. It's a fintech entrepreneur. They're in that space. They've revolutionized that space. Also, another company would be Square.
Right.
You know, they have that little plug-in adapter to your phone. You can swipe a card on it.
Yes.
Square offers Square Cash now, which is rolling out. You can buy Bitcoin on your app quite easily. Why not use Bitcoin? Why recreate your own coin?
Well, because we want to associate the coin specifically with the remittance market. That's what we would like to do. And therefore, the coins will be born and will die once the remittance is over with. While they're still within the wallet, they continue to be valid, if you like.
So it's a specific use case.
Exactly.
For remittances.
Exactly. Right.
For this coin.
And also for payments, as I mentioned, to the Cuban entrepreneurs and private businesses.
Is this a fork off an existing coin?
No, it's not. No, this is an internal coin, all of our own, and we will be using it in association with the remittance and the local payment system. But if you don't mind, if we just revert back to the Cuban entrepreneurs. The Cuban entrepreneurs, there was a desire by the administration for the U.S. government to assist these entrepreneurs to create their own economy and to continue to grow and flourish. And it was an honorable intent because, yes, Stripe did go down with Obama, but guess what? Nothing happened. So we have these entrepreneurs that are still bound by their government. They still do not have a mechanism to be able to charge credit cards. They cannot charge at distance. They cannot use PayPal. And so they're being stifled. And so our company has a massive focus on these private businesses in Cuba who are trying to grow, who can grow, who have attractive offers. Some of the bed and breakfasts in Cuba in these colonial homes are just outstanding. They are unbelievable. If you read anything on Airbnb about the properties in Cuba, they are unique around the world. You know, these are properties that are fantastic. Now, these people need to be empowered, and the way of empowering them is giving them a way to charge their consumers across borders around the world. If they have couples from France or couples from New York or couples from anywhere who would like to rent one of their bed and breakfasts, then they need to have the ability to charge those people at a distance.
What's the government's current position toward crypto?
Well, the government's current position, we don't know, because we have not asked. We don't need to ask. We do know that there is an interest to receive, and we have spoken with certain individuals about this. There is an interest focused upon what it is that we are doing, based upon the fact that, as I mentioned, there will be $340 million more per year going to Cuba if nobody does anything different.
Oh, hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Today is November 1st, 2018. It's Thursday. In fact, it's Throwback Thursday. So, what are we going to be talking about today? Well, it's actually close to noon p.m., right? Noon p.m. is that a thing? 12 p.m. out here in Mexico. I had a long night last night. If you guys remember, I told you I was gonna go out and enjoy the first day, primer día, the Dia de los Muertos, and we went out and we hung out at the cemetery, hung out. They closed like a good majority of the city. We walked with like thousands and thousands of people all throughout the city and went through all these festivities, and it was an amazing, amazing night. I didn't bring my camera and all that stuff because I always bring my camera, I always do that, and sometimes like I have to stop myself, you know what I mean, and not bring the camera so that I can fully enjoy everything that's going on, because if not, then I'm there filming and doing all this other shit. So, but anyways, it was great, it was wonderful and awesome, and I found out that now the whole city is in holiday till Monday. So the whole city is just like chilling out, like vacation, it's party time. And they keep telling me that, yeah, it's all gonna be parties till mid-January, early January. So, looking forward to that. I apologize ahead of time if there's a bit of noise around. I guess it's just, again, it's everyone's day off, so everyone's just hanging out, doing stuff around the house and stuff. But for me, it's Thursday, just like any other day, so let's get to it. So today, we're gonna be talking about remittance coins. We're gonna be talking about, again, it's Throwback Thursday, so why did I bring that up? Well, because if you guys remember a very, very long time ago, maybe I can find it, but even if I don't, I remember, like, I think it was like 6 or 8 months ago when I first started doing these videos on crypto, I literally, sorry about that, let me turn the volume off of this, that's rude. I remember talking about the Cuba coin, and because I remember there was this guy that was on a Max Kaiser, and he represented this company that was making fintech and remittance coins, and using the whole blockchain and tokens and tokenization in order to make this Cuba coin, and then send, and then after, you know, by making that, also making a Caribbean coin that would be used throughout the Caribbean for remittances and, you know, as cash, because as you guys know, the dollar is king. And so what they, like a lot of other countries and other places around the world, are trying to do is that they are trying to create a vehicle in which to circumvent the dollar, so that they can continue using currency, so they can continue making you know, purchases, you know, and allowing people to easily move funds from point A to point B. So as the guy was saying way back when, and again, this is the true point of cryptocurrency, you know, this story here is not unique. This is what they're doing in underdeveloped countries all over the world. So this would allow for, let's say, a tourist that's in Cuba, and let's say that you're in the middle of the rural farmland type area because you're out there on a tour on a bus, and you run out of the Cuban pesos, the cash, because you as a tourist would have to have the cash, and you wouldn't be able to use any electronic means. So you run out of cash and you're in the middle of nowhere and you have no real way to pay for services. Well, if this token fintech would be set in place, that would allow for any tourist from any part of the world to be able to just get their cell phone, pay a poor farmer or someone in a village or someone in any kind of area like that, like rural area, for a service with technology and then have that person accept the coin or the monies and not even have to be connected to an internet. They could be in such a rural area where they don't even have internet or electricity, but as long as they have their cell phone on, they would be able to accept the service. So that, you know, a lot of these people live in villages, you know, eventually they can get to a place where they can get, you know, plug into a wall, get electricity, or get to a place and get Wi-Fi. So what they would do is that, you know, they would collect, you know, these tokens, or they would collect this money through the digital form, through this technology, and then eventually when they would get to an internet service, you know, some sort of Wi-Fi, they would just, all that money would collect, and then boom, they would have it, and then they would trade it for pesos or whatever currency that they have there, Zimbabwe dollars or whatever, you know. And so that's the thing. So today's episode is just talking about that. Like, it's just a quick reminder of what this technology really is, you know what I mean? And why Bitcoin is important, and it's great and it's wonderful, but it's really more about the cryptocurrencies. And more than just one currency. We need more than one currency. And then when you're doing your homework on the investing side, because why I'm making this video as well too is because I feel that we're at bottom. We've already been at bottom for a little bit, and we're at bottom. And that's for everything. So now is the time to invest if you have money to invest, or reinvest, or reallocate your portfolio. And so what I would do here is that, again, I've said this many times before, is just to do your real homework, your due diligence, and figure out which is the right project, currency, ICO, IPO, what have you, investment vehicle in which you feel, you know, that you're going to be able to get the most bang for your buck. And it's all about investing in the right projects, not investing in a project because it looks like it's going to make you the most money, but investing in a project that most likely is going to be around for a very long time. So if you look into the Cuba fintech, the Cuba coin, that whole situation there, I'll provide the links at the bottom. You know, that's, you know, something that is a very valid investment vehicle. In fact, their company is something that's been around and working with Cuba for 30 years or something like that, or maybe longer, I don't know, but like a long amount of time. And they're from Canada. It's like they're really more like a tourist company that now they're doing all this stuff. And they, again, I really apologize for the noise. I'm sorry, it's just so noisy out here, there's so much. And this is the quietest it's gonna be at the moment today. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, they're even like a company on the stock market, in the Canadian Stock Exchange. Okay, just to give you an example. So there's a lot of places out there. It's not just talking about the petrodollar or Iran, you know, creating their own cryptocurrency or so on and so forth. You know, this goes beyond that already. You know, there's actual, you know, companies, corporations, people out there trying to create and creating solutions for this. In other places, like in Venezuela, you know, forget the Petrocoin, the, you know, Dash, the coin, you know, the actual, you know, Dash currency is already very big there. It's making its way south, and it seems to me like Dash could be the Latin American cryptocurrency, and that's it. You know, like wherever you go, there's going to be little pockets of the currency, and that's we've talked about this. So, and that's just the cryptocurrency aspect of things. You know, I'm not even talking about like crypto projects out there, you know, which have like their own blockchain and their own projects, you know, to invest in. Whether it's a Walton chain, you should look into that. Whether it's EOS, look into that. You know, whether it's BAT, look into that, and so on and so forth. You know, these are all different crypto projects. They're not cryptocurrencies. So, you know, there's a lot of things to go out there and invest in. But when it comes to like just the whole cryptocurrency aspect, you know, of the whole thing, let me just wrap this up real quick. Remember, cryptocurrency is something that is here to circumvent the dollar, circumvent the banking system, and provide a better world for all of us, and again, release us from the chains that the banks have us under right now. Because if you don't have a bank account, or if you don't function within the banking system, you might as well not exist. And so this is where cryptocurrency comes in, as, you know, a way to bank the unbanked to start. All right. So again, you know, I gotta stop saying, you know, this is really annoying. See, so I gotta another thing you guys should do, tip of the day, is be self-aware. Become more self-aware. The more self-aware you are, the better you're gonna be, and everything's gonna be awesome for you. So Self-awareness. The more you know. Toot, 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 toot. So, as I was saying, the cryptocurrency aspect of this whole world and universe is a lot deeper and represents a lot more than what we even know of right now. So I was listening to Jeff Berwick. See how much time I got? Okay, we're doing all right. I was watching Jeff Berwick do a speech, not a speech, but a talk the other day. And he was talking about the fact that even himself, where he keeps constantly getting his banks shut down, and they keep closing his accounts and all this other stuff. And if it wasn't for cryptocurrency, that he wouldn't be able to function a lot of the time. And I agree. I'm in the same boat, you know, where, you know, banks have become, you know, very, very hard for me to use, and just like they're very hard for a lot of people around the world to use at the moment. So it's all about thank God that there's a solution, because if there wasn't a solution already, then I would be fucked, just like a lot of people would be fucked. But now, the people that are fucked are the banks, the central banks, just the banking system in general, the banking world in general is what's fucked. And why? Because guess what? We have a solution, we got a better product, and you know, just look at cryptocurrency like the Sony PlayStation was to Nintendo. How about that for Throwback Thursday, all right? So, okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. This is gonna be an awesome month. We already hit the ball, you know, we're already hitting the ground running. As you guys can see, the stock market is already making a nice recovery. Everything's going back in the green. Everything's good. So far, so good on that. We already know it's all fake, phony, and false. Fake, phony, and false. Let's see when it falls. When it comes to the crypto space, we're at bottom. We're about to start hitting, you know, the ground running. I need to see when BACT is coming out, because as last time I checked, it was November 5th, then December 12th, and November 5th again. So we got to see. But regardless, there's a lot of things just like BACT, the Fidelity News, the ETFs, whatever. There's a million things. Okay, it's just constant and good news for our space. So it's all about, you know, right now, just like back in the 90s, you know, when back in the 90s when we had a large amount of the late 90s, we had a large amount of potential with the internet. Just like it's the same thing right now. We have a large and huge amount of potential with this whole space, and we hit bottom. We might hit even lower lows when the whole economy crashes. We're gonna go lower, but as soon as we had like a little bit of a bottom, like it's gonna be really quick and immediate. The stock market and all these other things might still go down, but things like gold, silver, and everything in the crypto space is the only thing that's going to be recovering and going up. So just bear with it a little longer. We're almost there, but just know that it's not about investing your fiat in this space. It's about investing your time more than anything else. Invest your time in this space, whether it's educating yourself, whether it's building, whether it's creating, whether it's educating. It doesn't matter. Just involve yourself in this space, and that's all I ask for you, for the better of humanity, for the better of everything. Okay, just involve yourself in any way humanly possible. Trust me, even if it's talking to somebody else about this, all right, even if you can't really do anything but just spread the word, you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot. Okay, just look at like the ripple effect in a pond. When you throw something in the ripple, the same thing. All right, by you just talking about this randomly to anyone, it's like throwing a pebble in a pond, and just the ripple effect. It's like that person will tell another and another and another, and so on and so forth. Okay, so just keep that in mind, guys. All right, sorry, I'm doing the autumn. Okay, so yeah, so all right guys, thanks again for watching. I really love you guys. Don't forget to, you know, check out my Patreon. Don't forget to, you know, check out everything else down there, all the links, all the information, all the knowledge. Don't forget on Discord every single morning. Again, why I'm recording so late today is because you know, the guys are still going right now. They're still talking in the Discord. I had to go. I had to make this video. I have a bunch of other things I had to do, but you know, we were talking all morning. They're still talking in there. It's still going on. Come check us out. And again, Monday through Thursday, I go on Twitch and Bit.tube, and I'm live on air talking about all kinds of shit. A lot of times I'm just hanging out and chilling with you guys, but most of the time I am talking about crypto stuff, and it just all depends, depending on how many people are in there and what's going on. But for the most part, it's an open forum. You come in there, ask questions, and I'm there live, and we can talk crypto all night, or just watch a movie, whatever. And it all depends. So thanks again for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please share the knowledge, and I'll see you guys later tonight and tomorrow and every day. Just come to my channel. I'm always here. Got nowhere to go. Love you. Peace. Thanks again. Bye.